Well, good morning, my beautiful Aquarians. This is your weekly general reading for the sun sign, rising sign, Venus sign, and moon sign of Aquarius. And this is your general reading for the week from the 10th of January through to the 17th of January 2026. Today I am using the Gilded Reverie Lenormand fortune telling cards. And I may also use the Mythic Tarot and the Rohrig Tarot in this reading as well, possibly. But we're going to start off and get right into the reading for this week on a general level, looking at all general aspects of life. So this might include love, but it's not a specific love reading. And it may also include other aspects of life. Whoa! Some have just flown out of the deck there. Other aspects of life such as home, family, work, and hopes and dreams for the future. Right, so a couple of cards just fell out of the deck, and we're going to choose a few others here as well. But we'll start with the two that have fallen out, and we'll lay out this lovely spread for you here. Okay, so I hope you're all having a lovely day or evening, wherever you are in the world. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content of this channel. It really helps to get the word out there as well. Okay, we're going to start off. We have the fish. You can see these lovely, maybe tropical fish, I don't know. But anyway, as we look at this card, immediately when I see fish, my first thought is one of abundance. If we think of the story of the loaf and the fishes from Christianity, then to me this is very much a card of abundance and wealth, of being able to feed the world, literally. So there's a bit of the Midas touch here in this card. Everything you touch turns to gold at the moment. And it's also very much a card of sort of no worries. It would indicate to me just floating around without too many worries, without too much concern in your life. It's definitely a card to me that would indicate some kind of chilling out, relaxing. It looks to me like tropical waters, actually, as you look at this card. The colour scheme reminds me of tropical waters. So I really do think this is a card that's all about holidays, abundance, relaxing. If you've been thinking of booking that all-inclusive holiday to take the family away, then you absolutely should at the moment consider doing that. And with that, we've also got this lovely ring card here as well. Now, the ring here is a symbol of completion, of contracts to be signed. That could literally be to do with getting away, to do with a holiday. That's what comes to my mind here as I see that. There's definitely a symbol here of self-reliance with the fish, of you being an entrepreneur, maybe being self-employed or thinking about it, or maybe you've got a side hustle going on at the side of your main job. But it's definitely a symbol of independence, self-reliance. It's a symbol of trade. It's a symbol of expansion of a business, perhaps. And it's also, as I say, chilling out, going with the flow, not too much to worry about, holidays, resources and money really is the message of this card. And when it appears in a reading, this card very much teaches us that most of the resources that we possess in the modern world are about speculating to accumulate. So maybe you need to spend some money on a business to promote growth. Maybe you don't have any money in your business, in which case you have to start leaving some money in a business account rather than drawing it and spending it every month. Let it accumulate if you can, especially if it's a side hustle and you have another job, or especially if you have a husband or partner or wife or partner, then if you have financial support from some other source, you can let that money begin to build up in the business account so that you can then spend it on the business. You can spend it on growing the business and promoting your business. But there's definitely a feeling of holidays that come in with this, maybe something all-inclusive. It's making me think of Turkey or Spain, or if you're in America, maybe the Caribbean. And as I say, the ring card has come out alongside it, which is very much a symbol of signing a contract. So it could be signing a contract to do with business or to do with that holiday that you're planning on going on as well. Now, the ring also symbolises commitment in a relationship. So if you've been having some issues, and I think from the love reading that I did the other day for Aquarius, a lot of you are having love issues, commitment issues just now with partners. Some of you may have given partners ultimatums, with the number 9 being the end of 2025 and Pluto affecting Aquarius at the end of 2025. With that number 9, 2025 adds up to 9. It was the year of the serpent, the snake, the year of shedding things that no longer serve you. So some of you have given partners ultimatums last year. And 2026 adds up to 10, which reduces to 1 in numerology. So this year is a new beginning. It's also the year of the fire horse, I believe. So it's a year of positive growth, movement forward, a year of going and getting what you want, Aquarius. And with this ring, this would tell me that maybe you've given a partner an ultimatum last year and now they are meeting you, or at least some of you, your partners or ex-partners are meeting you halfway, rekindling, and perhaps agreeing to marriage or some kind of commitment. I feel a lot of this has also got to do with signing business contracts, signing contracts for housing. There's a legal letter here or a handwritten letter here, and in two ways, this could be related to love, but I feel that in another way it could also be related to contracts, housing, and legal letters. So I'm going to start off first of all with the legal side of things. This to me is an official looking letter. It's been written in an old-fashioned way with a quill, and it has an official seal. So it could be a court document, it could be a court letter. It's certainly a letter that may be to do with you having to attend court for something, Aquarius. That could be to do with family matters. It could be to do with contact arrangements for children during a divorce or after a divorce. It could also be to do with housing. It may be that if you're in a privately rented accommodation, maybe your landlord wants to sell, maybe there's eviction documents. Maybe if you own your own home, maybe you're selling or you're looking to buy a property. But this is all about, in one sense, contracts to be signed, especially with this card beside it. But I also feel in a romantic sense, this is also possibly a message winging its way to you this week, Aquarius, after a no contact situation with a lover or ex-lover. And if you gave them an ultimatum last year, it could be that they're coming back towards you now with some emotional, handwritten, heartfelt letter. It feels old-fashioned, it feels chivalrous in some way, although this does also remind me of a pirate ship, this card. So it could be, is your lover or has your lover been stealing your time, your energy, making false promises? Are they literally a thief or emotionally a thief? And you will have to consider that. And if you do receive communication from them this week, really read between the lines as to what they're saying in that communication. Now, we've also got the card of luck out for you this week, Aquarius. We've got the Clover card, and it's a number 2, which is a really strong symbol for partnerships, for couples. So this could be good luck to do with a relationship situation getting back on track. But in a more general, broad sense, I do feel this is just a card of luck. It's the luck of the Irish. So some of you may have Irish heritage, like myself. Maybe you want to visit Ireland this spring, summer for a holiday. and explore your Irish roots, your Irish ancestry. Maybe you'll be celebrating St. Paddy's Day on the 17th of March. But what this brings in is optimism and hope, and certainly growth for partnerships. It's a summertime card, a spring summer card. It's full of hope, optimism, passion. Apparently in medieval times, there would be depictions in art and literature of young couples frolicking in clover meadows as well. So it's a really good sign for sex, for romance, for excitement in your love life. So it could have a whole load of meanings in a very general sense. Next to the clover card, we also have this wonderful wishing well. And again, that brings me back along with another card that I've drawn for you here, which is the birdhouse. We've got two cards here with roofs, and although they don't necessarily literally mean housing, I do feel they tie in with what I was saying about contracts to be signed to do with housing, or talk of that this week, or thoughts of that this week. So it might be that there's an anxious time going on in your life right now, Aquarius, worrying about housing, worrying about security and stability. But these two little cards here both give me the sense of a roof over your head. So you've not to worry. There will always be a roof over your head, no matter what is going on. The universe is looking after you at this time. Your loved ones, your ancestors in spirit are at your back, supporting you, helping you, and loving you always. But I do feel the wishing well itself, in a very broad, general sense, is also a card of self-reflection, of hidden depths. It's a card of looking deeper into people and situations in your life at this time. It's a symbol of good luck as well, with the 4-leaf clover. So it's very much, bountiful. Abundance is all around you. Again, it's a summertime card full of hope and golden optimism. It's a 41, which adds up to 5. And in numerology, 5 is a turning point in your life. So you're at a crossroads. 5 is the middle between 1 and 10. So it's that crossroads area of your life just now. There are 2 possible paths. And if a relationship has been in a no contact situation, it could be that you're going to be forced to choose that person or go on a different path. And you may be forced into that choice by your actions or their actions or inactions. Next to that wishing well, we have the bridges card for you as well. There are 2 bridges in this card, and this symbolically means meeting of minds, meeting in the middle, meeting someone halfway, compromise, bridging the gap between 2 people or 2 situations. So again, if it's been no contact in a love sense, I just felt a wee bit dizzy there. This is a very good symbol that would suggest moving back towards each other again. Now, the fact that I felt dizzy there, that just came on really suddenly, and I feel everything that happens to me during a reading has a reason behind it. So that dizziness that just affected me very suddenly tells me there's a sudden coming back together, a sudden bridging of the gap. It might knock you off your feet and make you feel dizzy and maybe dizzy with love, drunk with love, or it might make you feel discombobulated to the point where you don't know what's going on and you don't know where you stand. But I feel as I say that, you must remember that you're the master of your own destiny, and no one else, no matter how much they flatter you, apologise to you, try and sweep you off your feet, no one can control you, your future, your love life, your destiny. You have choice, you have power, and you must remember this as well. Now, card 22 is out for you as well. So 22 may be significant in terms of someone's date of birth or their address. In a very general sense, some of you Aquarians may be going on a cruise. There may be talk of that this week, of booking cruises. Maybe an anniversary holiday for 25th wedding anniversary or 22nd wedding anniversary. Maybe thinking of going away on a cruise ship. You may also be confronted again with 2 paths and two choices. There are two doorways in the sky and two individual staircases leading to these two different doorways. So you have to choose which door you're going to walk through this week. And it may be that one door leads back to an ex or to someone that you have had a falling out with, and the other door leads to a new reality. So do you want to go back to the past and try and repair damage that's occurred between the two of you, or do you want to cut that dead in the water and walk through the new door? I'm going to ask for some clarity on that from the lovely Rohrig Tarot, because right now I don't know which door you need to choose, Aquarius, and I think it will be individual for all of you. Remember, these are general readings, but I do feel as if you won't be sure which door to go through. So should Aquarius choose to go back and try and repair damage, or should Aquarius cut that dead and walk through the new door? Well, Aquarius, the Lovers is out, and you can see it's reversed. So the Lovers card always indicates a choice. So this is most definitely to do with a no contact situation in your love life. Maybe there's been a falling out, or it could even be a very close friendship that's platonic, or I don't feel it's a sibling relationship. It's either a lover or a friendship, platonic friendship, because it is a karmic relationship and there's a no contact situation going on at the moment. So the fact that the Lovers has come out and is an answer to, should you go back and try and repair the damage, or should you move on to the new door that's being presented to you? This card tells me that there's unfinished business that needs to be repaired or healed before you can go through a new door individually or together. The Lovers is always a choice. The fact that it's reversed, that would tell me that two people who perhaps felt chained to each other in this karmic relationship, it's been reversed. So the chains have been loosened and one or both of you have parted the ways. Maybe because there was a codependency in this relationship or this friendship, and one of you was feeling perhaps suffocated by the situation. So the question is, do you try and repair that damage and then go through the new door together or individually? Well, that will be different for all of you, but certainly these thoughts will all be on your mind this week, Aquarius. I want to also ask the Rohrig Tarot, if you do choose to rekindle with someone where there's been a no contact situation, and if you do try and repair, what will the outcome of that situation hold for you? And we have the Prince of Wands. And this came out in the general love reading that I did a few days ago as well, I think. But this is the broken heart that's been glued back together. So I think there may be rekindling of relationships. There may be conversations had this week about the damage that's been done. And if your heart or their heart or both of your hearts are broken, there's definitely a feeling of gluing a heart back together. There's definitely a feeling of the wands are here, and the wands are all about action, fire, passion, and drive. So I definitely feel there's motivation with this card to repair damage that's been done. Okay, and in your general sense, the last Lenormand card that came out for you was the birdhouse. Now, this is definitely a card of communication. If we think of birds tweeting, the amount of noise that the birds make when they're communicating with each other in springtime. When we hear that dawn chorus, how noisy and overwhelming it can be. That's what this card is about. So this would certainly suggest to me that there's noisy communication. There's maybe too many people talking at once. Maybe someone has been overwhelming you with their thoughts and opinions on a situation, and then maybe you've been listening to lots of other people's thoughts and opinions on a situation. Maybe your friends, your relatives have been holding back and all of a sudden have told you what they think of your ex-lover or ex-friend that there's been a no contact situation with. Maybe they've come out and they've given you their opinions, and that is affecting your ability to take this person back, perhaps because you think other people will judge you because they've shared their opinions with you. The birdhouse is also a symbol of someone getting in contact with you, maybe tweets on social media, maybe Twitter, maybe TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it might be, email. But there's definitely communication happening here. And as I see these little birds here, they definitely give me the thoughts and the feelings of busyness. So I feel in a very general sense there's a lot of busyness going to be going on in your life this week. It's a number 12, which reduces to 3. So in a numerological sense, when we see 3 in numerology, it's a symbol of building something. And you could say that these birds are working together for the greater good. So there's definitely a feeling of building something here, of 2 becoming 3, of a couple, maybe literally there's a pregnancy, or maybe it is just building something together in terms of the future. But overall, in a very broad, general sense, this is a very positive spread for you, Aquarius. I am just going to have a quick look here as well at the Mythic Tarot, just for the last message for you in this broad, general reading for this week. So what is the message of the Mythic Tarot for Aquarius for the week of the 10th through to the 17th of January 2026? Okay. Justice will be served in a situation. I mentioned court to you earlier on. Now, for some of you, this may be to do with child contact arrangements after divorce. For some of you, it may be to do with a housing situation or an eviction. Overall, this is a sense of justice will be served. Lady Justice always acts for, or always should act for, the highest and greatest good of all concerned. And you can see the wise old owl is perched on her shoulder. The scales of justice are in her hand, which indicate balance, wisdom, and knowledge. And she is a very powerful lady. The chessboard on the floor indicates strategy. So if this is a child contact situation, get your strategies sorted out, get your ducks lined up before you go to court, to make sure that this can be the most favourable outcome for you. So if you have evidence, compile it in a document, get everything together for your legal representative to represent you in the best way possible. And finally, from the Mythic Tarot, just a very general sense for you, what comes out. Let's see. Someone is blowing an awful lot of hot air out of their mouth. So there is someone in your life this week who is talking absolute crap about you. I don't know in what sense, but it does feel to me something to do with this court situation. Maybe there have been lies that have been told about you, Aquarius. All I can say is the pages in the tarot are messengers. Page boys deliver messages in the ancient courts of kings and queens. So you're going to learn some information this week about lies that have been told about you, gossip that's been said, rumours that have been spread, and it might be shocking for you, Aquarius. Maybe you've never heard this before. But the figure in the card you can see is blowing all this hot air up into the sky. I think most of it will go over the top of people's heads, specifically legal people, because they know it's a load of old rubbish. So I'm going to leave that with you for your general reading for this week. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this, please like, please share, please subscribe. And I'll see you on Wednesday for your Love Tarot reading. Take care.